Hello everyone, and welcome. Today we have speed build, and this is what we're building today. Now, this is actually going to be a Barbie house. So, my friend the Obsessed Simmer, who is a fabulous streamer over on Twitch, she is doing a Barbie challenge, and she needed like Barbie or Barbie's ear. Probably the ear would make more sense, but the ear was going off to university, so I said I'd help with some Barbie-fied. Well, they didn't actually have to be Barbie-fied, but she wanted to redo Britechester, and I was like, oh, I'll help. And then I decided to make it sort of Barbie. So this is actually Maritime Manor in Britechester, and I have Barbie-fied it, if that makes sense. So I've gone pink. So lots of girly pinky type things, very Barbie. So yeah, and so this is like a student accommodation. So there's 4 bedrooms, so you can have four Sims or 4 couples, I guess, if you really wanted to have couples. I don't really know how that works. You know what? This is a little true fact about Velvet. I have never actually used any of the university dormitory accommodation. Like, I've actually done the whole university thing, but I've always lived at home. I've never actually gone to Britechester and lived in a dorm in Britechester. I've like had Sims living in Britechester in houses that I've built in Britechester, because you know there's a few little lots where you can build houses and stuff like that. So that's what I did rather than going to the dorms. So yeah, I've actually never played in the dorms myself. So one day I will have to, because yeah, after doing these builds, I'm kind of like, oh, actually, you know, that'll be quite a cool experience. So yeah, maybe one day. It's probably reasonably far down my list of things to do, but it's on my list of things to do nonetheless. So anyway, back to the build. So we've almost done the exterior. I've done like a bit of the landscaping. I kept it pretty simple as far as the landscaping goes. I just mainly used the flowers and a few trees and bits and pieces around the place. I've done, or I've used rather than I've done, a bit of the for rent stuff. So I've used, I think this for rent fencing, and it's definitely the for rent windows and doors. I don't know, I just kind of like the filigree on them because I think they're really pretty. So I thought, you know, that's pretty is very Barbie, isn't it? So that's why I chose those, because I, you know, wanted to do something pretty. And obviously we've gone pink on the exterior, and we've used for rent on the trim as well. So just doing a few little bits and pieces in the backyard. So I did like a cute little swing set, and that's from the little campers set because I love that swing. I love how it's got like all the ivy on it, and it's all just, it's a very pretty swing set. So I really like that. And I put like a couple of towels in the backyard because I always forget those towels exist. But I thought, you know, sunbathing in the backyard is very studenty. So I thought, well, I think so anyway. It's been a while since I was a student, and to be fair, I didn't have a backyard when I was a student to sunbathe in, but I do remember being in my sort of late teens and 20s, and that was the kind of thing I would do maybe at home. So if I had a backyard as a student, then I might have done that. Yeah, I might have. Maybe. Okay, so we're getting towards the end of the outside of the build. It was actually a pretty quick. Well, I say that. To be really honest, I actually probably deleted about an hour worth of footage of me fluffing around with the windows and the curtains because I had a bit of a mare with, once I got to the interior, of working out the windows and the curtains and getting them to like actually look balanced and right. So yeah, I skipped over that because it was just me fluffing around just trying to get the balance right. And you know how sometimes with builds you just, yeah, there's just like this one thing that just isn't going right, and that was the windows and the curtains for me in this build. I just spent ages on it. Anyway, I edited that out so we get to miss that joy. So we have moved on to the interior. So I think I mentioned it's a 4-bedroom build. So there's 2 bedrooms on the upstairs and a bathroom, and downstairs there is 2 bedrooms, the bathroom, kitchen, dining, living. So the kitchen, dining, living is all pretty open. And then you've got, and there's a laundry in one of the bathrooms as well. So there's actually laundry in this build. I remembered about a laundry because I thought that would be quite cool and also kind of necessary. If you're in a household with quite a few Sims, so maybe up to 8 Sims could fit in this house, then you're going to be wanting to have your own laundry if you could, rather than having like a separate laundromat or something, which we didn't have in Britechester anyway. No. Can you build a functioning... No, you can't build a functioning laundromat. Can you? Like if you like created a generic lot and you created it as a laundromat, would that be usable by any kind of Sim? I don't know. I haven't tried that out. I know, like I've done like collabs, and there's like been there's been residentials on the top and commercial properties on the bottom, and in the commercial properties there was a laundromat, but I don't know whether or not if you just did like a generic community lot, would that create a usable laundromat? Interesting. If somebody knows the answer to that, let me know in the comments. Anyway, moving on, I'm just decorating the first of the bathrooms downstairs. So I've done the laundry area and I'm just working on the clutter around the sink area. So I did like a little shelf underneath the mirror. So the mirror is from Spa Day, and I'm just using little bits and pieces from different packs for the clutter. This is not a limited pack build. This is just a full-on mix of things, because the Obsessed Simmer, she actually has all the packs, so I didn't worry about any limitations as far as the pack goes. It took me a minute to actually realize I'd put that counter like askew from under the mirror. I just like moved it over one little smidge and it was just like completely out of alignment. I was just like, oh, what have I done? So I decided to create a hall area, so I ended up blocking that off a little bit. So I didn't do it like fully blocked off. I didn't want to do like a doorway in, so I just sort of did like columns on the side, just to create that little area vibe without going full on blocked out, because I wanted to keep it quite airy and open. It's a fairly modern build. Yeah, it's definitely more modern as far as the build goes, and I feel like open plan, open flow definitely makes more sense for a modern build. So with the kitchen, which you can see here, I'm using the Home Chef Hustle pack, which I love. And obviously you get the pink swatch in that as well, which is a really nice pink swatch. So that was an easy pick going with the Home Chef Hustle pack. So I blocked off the side of the kitchen just a smidge. So just kind of the same idea as what I did with the hall, just to create the illusion of a room or a blocked off space without actually fully blocking it off, just so it's still open flow, but you kind of get the gist of the fact that there is like another little room there. So that's kind of what I was doing with that. So moving on, we're going into dining, and I think I'm using the Dream Home Decorator stuff for the dining area with the High School Years rug underneath. I do love that rug. Like, so I don't use some of the swatches, like the swatches with the patterns on it, I don't use so much. Like the plainer swatches in that High School Years rug I use all the time, because I like furry rugs, I think. It's the thing, because like my three favorite rugs are the Industrial Loft Kit rug, furry, the High School Years rug, furry, and the City Living little small furry rug. So give me a fur rug and I am all over it. I love fur rugs. What can I say? And probably, I don't know if I'd love them so much in reality. Nah, I probably would. If I didn't have younger kids, like young kids definitely not, but yeah, like younger kids, because my kids are like 7 and 10 at the moment, so you know, they're young but not super young. But even then, like, you know, they still spill stuff everywhere, and it's just not worth having nice things until they get a little bit older and a little less spill happy, and they don't leave crumbs everywhere, you know. One of my kids is just particularly bad with crumbs. He just loves crackers, and it's just like crumb fest, man. Some days I feel like I'm wading through crumbs to get through the living room. Anyway, just getting in the clutter. Kids. I love my kids. They're fabulous. But they do leave crumbs everywhere. So getting the clutter into the kitchen. So it's coming together nicely. I think it's a very pretty kitchen. But to be fair, I feel like it is a very pretty build altogether. Oh, and I like this. I like this idea. I'm going to do this again, because I did like the little planter from Spa Day. So it's like little herbs, maybe chives or I don't know, something else. And then like the little herb thing from, I think it's Blooming Rooms, over the top. So I thought that was like a really cool 2-level planter thing for the kitchen. So I was like, ooh, I'm going to do that again. Clever me. So I'm just creating like a little TV area. So I'm just switching this around, and you can see, yeah, I just put like the TV in that little nook there. I wish we had more furniture that kind of worked like that, but yeah, you know, you make do. Like the Snowy Escape one, you can kind of do that with too. It's got like a sort of a shelf with I think a dip in it, so you can kind of naturally fit a TV in that area. So that's another one that you can do that with. So it amused me that I was playing around with trying to find a matching couch for those chairs, and I'm just like, why didn't I just get the pastel pop couch to go with that? Because there's like a matching couch with that, and I was flicking through trying to find other couches, and I'm just like, no, just use the matching couch. What am I doing? And obviously the pastel pop is, you know, lends itself towards the pink vibe. So moving on to the first of the 4 bedrooms. So which pack is this bed from? I can't remember. No, I can't remember. Anyway, going pink and grey in this room. So each of the rooms I think had quite a distinct look to them. So it's pink in each of the rooms, but each of them kind of had like a different kind of vibe to them. So this one is definitely pink and grey. You'll see that evolve as we get a little bit deeper into decorating it. So this will all sort of change, and you'll soon see a lot more of the grey coming through. So you can sort of see the bright pinks and the greys, and yeah, that'll all balance out. So I created like a little custom shoe thing. Now this will change as well. So I don't actually end up using the Dream Home Decorator stuff. Oh, this is where it's about to start changing. So I ended up, I think I built this just after Crystal Creations came out, and then I saw the Crystal Creations little cubby hole, and I was like, ooh, I can put shoes in that. So yeah, so created like a little cute shoe area. So because I feel like this person is a shoe connoisseur, they like the old shoes, and they would take care of their shoes. So that made sense to me. And you can see like a little bit more of the grey coming through in the room, and just getting the clutter onto the dresser, and that is the Modern Luxe dresser and the Parenthood mirror. So which pack? That's Parenthood chair, I think, as well. So the chair and the couch is Parenthood. I cannot for the life of me remember what the bed is. No, I really can't. So then moving on to the next room. So I've been skipping over doing the curtains because honestly I was fussing around with curtains and windows for I don't know how long, but I chopped a lot out of the build when I was editing just from curtains and windows because yikes. Anyway, this one is definitely a Modern Luxe room. It is pink and it is gold and cream, and that is the just very luxe, very upmarket. So I felt like the other room is yeah, definitely into someone who is trying a little bit harder and maybe doesn't come from money but does shop carefully, whereas this one is a person who comes from money and can furnish well and nicely in a luxe manner and doesn't even think about it. You know, they're just one of those people that's always had money and are just kind of classy without even trying, you know, just one of those people. And just this is where I discovered that light had that swatch with the flowers on it, because I've never really used it that much. And then I was just playing around with it, and I was just like, oh, it has this rose swatch. Amazing. I love it. And yeah, so that is good to know, and was absolutely perfect for this room with the little roses on it. I was just like, I love that little light. And that comes from it's either Modern Luxe or Book Nook Kit, I think. Can't remember which one. Anyway, moving on to the first of the the bathroom upstairs, because we've done the 2 bedrooms downstairs, and this is what was I going to say? No, I don't know. This is the bath area, and I'm sticking with pink because it's going to be pink throughout. This is just going to be pink on pink on pink for this build. I did try to not like make it look like a pink vomit house, so that it was, you know, a little bit more balanced out. Oh yeah, I discovered that little bag thing from Pastel Pop, and I was like, oh, hang on, that will be perfect in the entrance area, so we'll put that in there. So just using the Modern Luxe shelves and just creating like a little corner with the towels on it, just getting a little creative. And then I was thinking, what's good by a toilet? Magazines. So I wanted to find like a little end table that I could put some magazines on, because you sit there and you do your business and you want something to occupy your time, maybe not your phone, maybe you want to read a magazine. So that's what I put there. And I just created like a little custom shower as well. So I did like a little, a few little customize or little different things in this bathroom, which I really enjoyed. I'm using the Snowy Escape dividers to create this, and then I did a tile on the floor. There is this fencing from Get to Work, which is really flat and is actually really good for outlining tiles. So that's what I've used around the base of that shower to create that look. And then just doing a little counter slash vanity type of thing there with the sinks, not putting too much clutter on there, because I think there's plenty of clutter around the rest of the bathroom. It's just a case of getting the clutter in the right place so it doesn't like go halfway through the sink and actually sits on the edge of the counter area. So that's the bathroom. I think that's actually quite a cool little bathroom. It's long and narrow, but it's got all the necessities, which I think is nice. There was a bit of space in the hall area as well, so I'm just doing a few bits and pieces along the hall. So just to make it not look so empty. So I thought I'd do it like a little hall table. I did end up moving one of the rooms in a little bit, so the one in behind this wall. When I was adjusting something to do with the curtains and the windows, I needed to move that wall in, so that will change slightly. Well, it'll just move slightly, not really change slightly. So yeah, just finding some little bits and pieces, because it's kind of like a long narrow hallway, so just needed to find some bits and pieces that would fit in there. So now moving on to the first of the 2 bedrooms upstairs. So this is going heavy on the high school years. So one of the things that I was doing in each of the bedrooms is focusing on a pack as a main element in the room, because quite often when you're using one pack, you've got some really good matching or coordinated items. So that's something that I sometimes do in rooms, just to make it look quite cohesive. So that's what I did in this bedroom, as I went hard on high school years. So in the previous bedroom it was Modern Luxe, and the bedroom before that that was quite mixed actually, so that one didn't have so much of a theme. And in this bedroom here, which is the last bedroom, this is going to be more eco lifestyle. So the previous bedroom was all about, was quite a young, sort of someone who's quite young at heart, hasn't quite matured yet, is just really fresh to college or university, and just finding their feet, and they're quite young. This person is more of an eco warrior, so they're more into protecting the environment. Maybe they're doing some studies in the sort of the green side of things and learning that sort of thing. So I feel like you could have some different personalities in each of the bedrooms, and that was something that I was thinking about as I was building them. Even though you would have pretty neutral-ish shared areas, I felt like each of the bedrooms is where you start to see the personality of the Sims and how they approach things and that sort of thing. So I feel like, yeah, I kind of did that in each of the bedrooms. But that is just about our build. I think we've only got a couple of plants and a rug. Oh, now I did need to change this around a little bit, because when I play tested it, you can actually walk through. So ended up having to change that wall. It just wasn't quite enough room for the Sims to walk through. So, which was a shame, because I really liked how it came out. But I think the adjustment was just as nice. So that is the build. So let's take a tour of what we did. So this is the exterior as it came together. So we've got lots of pretty greenery on the outside, but easy to maintain, because it's something that the Sims themselves wouldn't be maintaining. It would be more the landlord perhaps, or I don't know, who would maintain the gardens? I don't think the Sims would, because they're not there year round. It's dorm sort of living, so you're only there during the term, and you'll go home for holidays and that sort of thing. So yeah, you wouldn't be looking after the gardens all the time. So having something simple would make sense in that sort of building. But I really love how all the windows just added to in the doors and stuff, added to the prettiness of it all. And there's a nice little functional backyard so they can, you know, hang out there and have a good time out there. Although, I mean, I didn't put a barbecue or anything in. I don't think I was allowed to, because there was some limitations with what I was allowed to put into this build. Like, I ended up having to take out, I think, the oven as well, because I wasn't allowed an oven in the kitchen. So there was, yeah, with university housing, there's actually certain things that you aren't allowed. So there is some stuff that I needed to take out. So you see there's a microwave in the background there. That's because I wasn't allowed an oven. But I think that's super pretty. I think it's come together really nicely for the kitchen and stuff. So yeah, so there's the oven's gone, and I had to put a microwave in its place because we weren't allowed an oven and we weren't allowed a barbecue as well. So something to be aware of. I didn't know that with dorm living, so that's very cool. I like a little challenge with limitations. I think that's nice. So this is our first of the bedrooms. So it's got like lots of pops of colour and very bright. And then moving on to the second bedroom, which is our modern luxe room, which is all very pink and gold and cream. Very classy, you know. And it's got all the lovely bits and pieces. And then we are into the bathroom, which has our laundry area, so very practical. And then into our bathroom area as well. So this is the downstairs bathroom coming together. And then we are moving upstairs, and this is sort of the whole area upstairs, and then into the bathroom upstairs. So this is the second bathroom, and it has the little custom shower just with the divider and stuff, and the lovely little bath there as well. So then moving into the hallway, we are going to go then into the first bedroom upstairs, which is the high school years bedroom. So plenty of pink. So this is some that is a little bit more immature, but very smart. So maybe they started university young. And then this is the Eco Warrior bedroom, which has like a lot of the woods and sustainable materials and stuff like that. And that is basically our floor plan and our build. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye bye.